And thank you for joining us. I'm Dory Marlett.
And I'm Greg Floyd. Our Kimberly Howard broke this story today. Kimberly is standing by, and I know after an otherwise quiet week of deliberations, this was a rather dramatic end to this case.
Greg, Dory, the tension in that courtroom was thick. Let me tell you, as soon as those guilty verdicts were read, Caius Veiovis, as you just heard, cursed at the jury, screamed at them. It was an intense ending to a trial that wore on for nearly a month.
Yeah, I'll see you all in hell, too. Remember that. Every I'll see you in hell.
Seething, Caius Veiovis spat angry words at the jury after they found him guilty of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and witness intimidation.
We had never wavered in our belief that we had charged all three of these people properly.
Veiovis is the third and final man to be convicted of the brutal crimes which shook Berkshire County in 2011. That's when David Glasser, Edward Frampton, and Robert Chadwell were kidnapped, murdered, their bodies then dismembered and buried on a private property in Beckett.
I don't think any investigation this expansive, this large, this extensive had ever been undertaken in Berkshire County.
This is the third victory in a row for the prosecution, which relied almost exclusively on witness testimony. District Attorney David Capeless admitted there was no DNA or murder weapon to tie Veiovis to the crimes, but he held strong that Veiovis had an equal hand in the killings. The killings Adam Lee Hall and David Shalhoub are already serving life sentences for. Meanwhile,
obviously respectfully disagree with their result. I'm an advocate for my client.
Defense attorney James Reardon is calling foul on the lack of physical evidence against Veiovis.
There were some important legal issues about circumstantial evidence and reasonable inferences from circumstantial evidence.
Throughout the three-week trial, Reardon admitted Veiovis is odd with his horn implants and satanic tattoos, but he says he isn't a murderer.
I always have confidence in juries, and I still believe strongly in the American jury system. I still think it's an excellent system. I think it's the best system that exists.
Veiovis will be sentenced on Monday. We're expecting some family members of the victims to be here then as well. Now, there is an automatic appeal here in the state of Massachusetts for first-degree murder conviction. So unless that's successful, Veiovis will be spending the rest of his life behind bars. In Springfield, Kimberly Howard, CBS 6 News.